Starting lineup for the 2023 Guelph Royals. Leading off the shortstop, number 5, Reid. Center fielder, number 28, Hannon. Right fielder, number 17, Tristan Pompey. Left fielder, number 35, Malik.
You have to refresh it, swipe down.
First baseman, number 24, Justin Solano. Leading hitter, number 44, Mike Chiquillo. Second base, number 98, Kyle Bush.
Like this.
Catching for the Royals, number 32, Brendan E. Third base, number 3, Corey Morrow. And pitching for the Royals this last year, number 27, Hector Yan. Please remind all baseballs are property of all wells and currently asking guests to receive a foul ball. For please the nearest field attendant to receive a free from this session. Thank you and enjoy today's Canada Day game.
Hello and welcome to the Guelph Royals broadcast. I'm your play-by-play man, Curtis Collings, alongside color commentary, Trevor Reid. We have a beautiful Canada Day game today. We're in the Reds today. We'll give you your starting lineups in case you couldn't make out quite what our PA guy was saying. So, leading off for Guelph, we have shortstop Brendo LaRue. At center field, we have Ethan Hammond. At right field, Tristan Pompey. At left field, Malik Gallimore. At first base, Justin Solano. At designated hitter, Mike Chiquillo. At second base, Kyle Bush. At catcher, Brandon Keys. And at third base, Corey Morrow. Starting pitcher for the Guelph Royals tonight, I guess I should say today, as it is beautiful, Hector Yan. Trevor, how are we feeling today on this beautiful Canada Day?
Oh, just a little bit warm, whether it be the game that we're about to watch or the insane heat today. But
it's a hot one.
Overall, excited to see the Guelph Royals and see if they can take a win here on Canada Day.
Yeah, Royals 6-12 heading into this one. It would be really nice to get on the win column and, start to fight up to maybe finish 500. So for the Toronto Maple Leafs, their lineup there, leading off with shortstop Sorry about the pronunciations here. We did not get a pronunciation guide, but Unicio. At catchers. And then on deck is catcher Justin Mara. After him is the designated hitter Jordan Castaldo as the first pitch. Scoreboard. First pitcher. I think was fouled back there. I was reading the lineups. Apologies. Batting fourth is the first baseman. That's roped into right field, right to Tristan Pompey, and he will make the grab. Playing right field. Trevor, you were mentioning before the game, it feels like it's been a while since we've seen Tristan Pompey out in right. He makes that play look easy.
Indeed, it's been kind of a balancing act of who's been playing right field so far this season. Seen a lot of Hammond out in right, but tonight Hammond in center in placement of J.D. Williams, and Tristan Pompey is in the lineup yet again for the Royals.
As Hector Yan throws the first pitch up high for a ball. Looking to attack the catcher here. Justin Mara swings at the second pitch. A really nice one from Hector Yan. He's got a really nice delivery going on right now. How do you feel about it right now?
It's a good delivery. I don't think we've actually seen Yan pitch here at home, and so it's nice for the Royals fans to get their first look at him here on Canada Day.
The 1-2 is up high now. 2-2 count, trying to get him swinging there. The lefty catcher most likely throws right. It's very rare to see a lefty catcher in today's game. And that one hits him right in the back. Hector Yan putting one man on base after a quick out.
I missed his spot on the release. Looked like he was trying to go for the inside, just released a little bit too early, and that one hits Mara square in the back.
You can see he's feeling that one on first.
Yep. Rub some dirt on it. They'll be fine.
Designated hitter Jordan Castaldo up now. Another lefty from this Toronto Maple Leafs lineup here. It'll be interesting to see how the lefty Hector Jan attacks them and if he's able to find that inside spot.
The lefty-lefty matchup, always harder on the hitter. And so we'll see what the lefty hitters can do, if anything at all.
As the first pitch is pumped in there for an outside fastball strike, really catching the outside part of the plate. As he comes set now with the 0-1. Just watch just up top, pretty similar to that first and second at bat where he goes in and then goes out immediately after. That's a called strike. Castaldo not happy about that one. He looks up to the sky for forgiveness for watching that one sail past him.
Yeah, good movement for Yan with his delivery. It pitches that are going away from that lefty. It looks like they're going to stay on the plate and then they might fall off. And perfect example there. Castaldo fools again, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, just swings and misses on that one. Hector Jan pitching a really good game other than, hitting the runner on first base. The first pitch now of the at-bat comes in, and that's skied up to first and second. Looks like Kyle Cush is calling it, and he'll make the grab, and that ends the first inning. 0-0 so far. Brandon Leroux, the shortstop, coming up to lead the bottom of the first inning off. Trevor, a very good leadoff hitter this season.
He can do it all. He's been stealing bases, he's been getting hits, he's been getting himself around the base path and scoring, and that's exactly what you want from that leadoff hitter. And we'll see what he can do to start off the ball game here for the Royals.
Alvarado throws the first pitch for a strike. The pitcher for the Toronto Maple Leafs wearing number 42 tonight. As the 0-1 comes in now. And that swung on and chopped to third. Third baseman jumps up, makes the play, and throws over for the out. A very solid play by number 17 there.
Yeah, good read.
Yeah, but John Salazzo at third base.
Knew he didn't have to do too big of a hop to get to that ball, and LaRue is a quick runner, so he had to make that play a little bit quicker, and he did. And was able to make the play, and now there's one away.
Ethan Hammond, the lefty, now coming up. Now Alvarado, also a left-handed starting pitcher, so we'll see how both lefties attack the batters throughout this game, as that one is watched outside for a ball.
Yeah, as a lefty hitter myself, I'll be honest, it's when you face a lefty, it's always confusing as a hitter because
that one is skied up to left field, is camped under and caught.
You expect that ball to be coming in from one side that you'd be looking at, and all of a sudden it's coming from a different one. We're lucky the lefties aren't as common as they used to be.
Yeah, that's Jesse Hodges out in left field making an easy catch on that one. I hope you all at home are appreciating the new wide cam angle. Trying to experiment a little more, show you a lot more of the game, and just be more part of the action. As the first pitch for Tristan Pompey is thrown just down low for a ball. Alvarado now set with the 1-0. 2 outs now in the bottom of the first as that's grounded to short. Sharply hit ground ball allows a lot of time to make the throw over to first, and he'll be out. That ends the first inning. 0-0 Royals, Maple Leafs. Leading off for the Toronto Maple Leafs, the third baseman, John Salazzo. Another lefty in this Toronto Maple Leafs lineup. Feels like as we're getting less lefty pitchers appearing for the IBL, more and more lefty hitters are showing up.
Indeed, there's a common discussion that Canada is a breeding ground for left-handed hitting overall. And I don't blame them. There's definitely a case to be made, and that's probably a reason why Yan's starting tonight.
Yeah, now with the 1-2 pitch, just thrown outside for a ball, 2-2 now. Well, when you think about how many good Canadian hockey players make it to the league and are left-handed, it's not really all that surprising as it seems like most hockey players are left-handed. As that one is swung on and just fouled back on the 2-2.
Maybe it's a part of the Canadian gene.
Rare genetic mutation that only Canadians have. As Hector Jan now with the 2-2 pitch. It's outside and called a strike. A beautiful pitch from Hector Jan just to get that outer third quadrant.
Perfectly placed right on the outside corner, and not much that you can do in the batter's box as a lefty on that one. Worst that happens, you dribble it up the third base line, and that's probably a base hit. But in this case, couldn't pull the trigger, and there's one away.
Yeah, beautiful piece of pitching there from Hector Jan as the man on deck, Jesse Hodges, is now up. He watches the first pitch for a ball. Really getting settled in now. We haven't really seen too much action in the early goings. As that one is hit sharply third, but just foul. That one had trouble running all over it. Easy, too.
That one might have actually been limited to 2 because that one hit so hard it would have gone out of play. So, screamer there, but...
Yeah, pretty rare to see a screamer to third base that goes for a ground roll double. But that's how hard he hit that ball. As he swings and misses at the 1-1 offering. 1-2's the count now as Hector Jan is pitching a really effective game so far. Salazzo steps back, Hodges steps back into the box and watches that one just down.
And you mentioned Yan pitching well so far today, and we've actually seen the Royals pitching doing very well over the last week. Tuesday's game was a great game. There's a called strike 3.
Yeah, very much so called strike 3. Very inside, but when you're as good as Hector Jan is, you get those calls, and when you tickle the inside of the plate like that, you get strikeouts, and of course Jesse Hodges was not happy about that one.
But as I was saying, back on Tuesday's game, the man who started that night, Yomar Concepcion, did very well in getting himself out of jam and pitched overall a great game with the exception to a first inning that was a little bit on the rougher end, and I hope the Royals secure a nice win. So we'll see if the Royals pitching can continue the pace that they're at now.
Yeah, Hector Jan starts off the at-bat against Dan Hara with two straight balls and then one strike to follow it up. Now, part of our new camera is that we are just behind the crowd now, so apologies if anything gets in the way at all during the broadcast, as Hector Jan now pumps in the 2-1 pitch, actually with a breaking ball, gets him frozen up and makes it 2-2 with 2 outs now in the top of the second inning. Just can't catch it. He wanted that one bad. Was walking to the dugout already, but that makes it a full count now.
I think he was hoping that one would drop into the strike zone, but he just missed his spot.
Full count now. That one is hit to right field. Tristan Pompey coming on it and will let it bounce in front of him for a 2-out single.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pompey didn't get quite a good read off the bat. That one just found its way into the hole, and 2-out base hit for the Maple Leafs, and we'll see if anything comes of it.
Coming up now is Greg Carrington, the right fielder today for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Another left-handed hitter in this lineup. Just swings and misses at the feet to start off the at-bat. That was a really beautiful pitch from Hector Jan.
Yeah, and where that arm angle from Jan is coming in as he pick off back to first 9 time is coming across his body, but more into 3/4 towards the over the top angle, and it's a weird look for a hitter when you're, as that ball is going to hit either the outside corner or it's going to hit the top upper inside corner.
Or it's going to hit you.
Or it's going to hit you.
Yeah, as a right-handed hitter, you kind of love these kind of pitchers as he throws back over and skips it. The runner on first is going to easily go in advance, and if that's out of play, he'll get a free base over to third. He should get a free base for that because it was thrown out of play, but the umpire is indicating that. Okay, the umpires are indicating he gets the third. It was out of play. He gets his free base. That is sloppy play from the Royals. Hector Yon definitely would like to have that one back.
He's got 0-2 though in the count, and one strike away from getting out of this. So deliver a good pitch, and you can strand that runner and score in position.
As that one's watched outside for the first ball of the at bat. 1-2 now. Yeah, Dan Harrow with heads-up base running. Now all the way on third. As that one does catch. That one catches Carrington. And he'll advance to first for free. That's runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Now it's very good in the first 2 hitters getting the strikeouts, but now he's just kind of unraveling fast, and hope that Yan can hold off the onslaught from the Maple Leafs for hopefully another inning.
Yeah, this is the 9-hitter, Connor Lewis, the center fielder. You'd have to think he brings the wheels to the lineup, and with runners on the corners, you don't like having a speedster at the plate. It doesn't give you any easy plays, that's for certain.
Yeah, no easy plays at all, and wouldn't be surprised if anything really hit. The eyes are going towards second base instead of first base.
Another throw over to first, and it's skipped again. That's going to be a free run, and the runner's going to advance over to third again. An identical throw over. He just one-hops it. Hector Yon having troubles throwing over to first base so far.
Yeah, he's trying to do a quick, deceptive move with the quick step off and the throw, but not working. He's missing the throw. It's because it's an all-arm throw. He's not in his spot, and so I would, if I were the pitching coach, I'd just tell him, focus on the batter and get out of this.
Popped up just back to our right here, the first base side. That is just unfortunate with 2 outs to be playing around like that. 2 outs and 2 strikes. To some of these batters to be playing around like that is now he's got a 2-1 count. It's just really unfortunate that these are the decisions made. It's not even a baseball play, as that one is foul tip, caught by the catcher. 2-2 count now with 2 outs in the top of the second inning still. Pitch comes in, and that's inside. Runner on third there, Carrington. Really getting a good lead off. Full count now with 2 outs. As that's fouled back, again, behind us, first base side. But more or so straight back. Count still full. Top of the second. Hector Yon with the delivery. Swung on and hit just to second. Kyle Kush makes an easy catch on the looper. That will end the top of the second inning. 1-0 on some errors from Hector Yon. we are with the bottom of the second inning, leading off. Leading off is the left fielder, Malik Collymore. Collymore picked up by the Royals a little bit into the season. Looking to make his mark. Playing some good left field so far. We'll see what he's able to bring up the dish here. As Alvarado gets set with the first pitch of the inning. Called strike, catches the outside of the plate. A really nice pitch to start it off for Alvarado.
Yeah, good pitch started off. Malik Collymore, former IBL All-Star last season with the Royals, and played a lot of third base last season. They now push him to a more comfortable left field.
1-1 pitch comes in, and that one's chopped off the plate. Alvarado picks it up and guns it over to first, and the first baseman makes a great catch on that, and that's a quick first out in the second inning.
Good hustle there from Collymore, but not enough he can do, and that's an easy play for the pitcher Alvarado, and there's one away now for the Royals.
First baseman Justin Inversano now up. Lefty trying to make something happen here in the bottom of the second. First pitch comes in, and it's just down low for a opening ball. The 1-0 offering coming in now. That one is called for an inside strike, just catching the inside part of the plate.
That was a good pitch from Alvarado. Looks like it's coming in a little bit closer, but then it just drops down. Looks like it had some sinking action. And good strike there.
It's a really nice sinker coming in there, just catching the plate coming in. It looks like it's coming in high, but just comes down. And a really nice pitch for Alvarado again. 1-2's the count as Intersano steps in and gets ready for the pitch. He's choked up on the bat now, really playing protect. Pitch comes in, he swings over it for an out. Bottom of the second inning, 2 quick outs. Mike Cicchetto now, the designated hitter. Hopefully the guy that could start the rally here for the Guelph Royals.
Yeah, and with your team now down by 1, you need to not let the Maple Leafs get too far ahead of you here.
As the first pitch is chopped back to the third base side.
Yeah, keep in tow with your opponents, and you can succeed on the baseball field. And right now, that's what the Royals are looking for.
Second pitch comes in. It's just watched outside for a ball. 1-1 count now with 2 outs. Your designated hitter, hopefully the guy that can start the rally off, but definitely a tough situation. Good hitters behind him, Kyle Cushing, Brandon Keys, though. As that one is thrown to the backstop by the pitcher.
Just a little outside.
Just missing the zone by a bit. Makes it a 2-1 count.
I think he just lost his grip on that one and sailed it. Happens every once in a while, even to the best pitchers.
Yeah, looking to flick that curve over as that one is swung on and chopped on the base side again. Both the strikes pretty much identical now. The 2-2 pitch. Just inside. Called the ball. Full count now with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, and good plate discipline from Cicchetto. That was a pitch that a lot of times he's swinging at the last couple of weeks, but has the patience to lay off.
Full count just outside, and Cicchetto gets on base to hopefully start something off for our Guelph Royals here on our Canada Day game.
And it'll be Kyle Cush with the opportunity to keep the rally going here with 2 away.
Cush playing some good second base, made an out already in this game. has been good in any position called upon. Defensively, we'll see if he can keep the rally going, as you said. As the first pitch from Alvarado comes in, just up high for a ball. Another opening ball here. Collings adjusting his foot guard and steps in and is ready to go now. And 1-0 pitch. Another up high, just watched by Kyle Kush. With 2 outs, he's being real conservative at the plate here and working a 2-0 count.
I don't blame him. Alvarado, last couple of pitches have been off in where he's been locating, and something the Royals can take advantage of. If he doesn't give us something good to hit, just sit in the box and wait for something he can. And
that's a cutbacker snagged by Alvarado, a really good play. He's made 2 really great defensive plays, Alvarado, and has gotten them out of some tough situations, as that's the end of the second inning. Toronto Maple Leafs up 1-0 over your Guelph Royals. Welcome to the top of the third inning here at David E. Hastings Stadium. The leadoff batter, Jose Vinicio, shortstop, now coming up to start the bottom of the third. As the first pitch is fouled, third base, Morrow running over on it. He has a chance to make a play on it, and diving, and he just cannot make the snag.
incredible effort there from Morrow, and I'm going to be honest, as a third baseman myself, that is a very hard play to make, and he made that a whole lot closer than even I thought that was going to be. Just a little movement of the glove, and that's a catch, and easy out.
Ranging over, almost makes the play. A typical second baseman making a really, really good effort as the 0-1 pitch now comes in and is watched outside. Third pitch of the at-bat, watched outside for a ball. The 2-1 pitch, watched up top to set up a 3-1 to the leadoff hitter, Vinicio. As that's called a strike on the 3-1. Vinicio not offering at it. 3-2 now is fouled back, third base side. Morrow running over on it again. This one is just in front of the dugout. He cannot make the play again in the cavernous foul grounds here at David E. Hastings Stadium.
Yeah, I went in tight on the on the dugout, down the left field line, and so unable to get a good read, get to that ball in time, and it's another chance now for Benicio.
Benicio up with a full count. Jan with the pitch, just inside to see he'll take his base.
The catcher, number 9, Justin Mera.
Unfortunate, lets that runner get on base. That's been a real issue so far tonight. But that's also part of how Yan delivers the baseball. A lot of it is based on release point, and when he missed that release point, even just a little bit,
Throws
then
over to first and makes the throw.
when you miss that point even a little bit, the ball can go way outside or it can go way up high, and makes it a whole lot harder for a player to pitch.
Justin Har shows bunt there, but pulls back. Umpire looking over at the bullpen. Shows bunt, and there could be a chance at a hit and run. Throws over to first again. That one looping. He is definitely a little nervous now.
Yeah, Yan missed that pickoff throw a few times, so
Missed it, and it resulted in a run as the 1-0 pitch is thrown in for a ball, setting it up for 2-2, or 2-0, excuse me.
Benicio takes his lead.
That one is grounded sharply to first. Chichetto picks it up and throws over. He'll return to first, but in the jump throw cannot convert the double play. A very good defensive showing by Chichetto, though. A usual designated hitter. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Chichetto is designated hitting. That's Justin Interisano. Both big guys. Split time between first and third, and Interisano, excuse me, showing off the arm and showing off the hops, getting up at least 30 inches to make that grab.
Yeah, well done to get that throw off to second base, but throw to first as Interisano was trying to hustle back. No target he could really throw to, and so throw sailed a little bit, and Interisano was able to reel it in and make sure that that ball didn't go out of play yet again. So
First pitch pumped outside for a ball. With one out now and a runner on first, the inning-ending double play is in play here, but Justin Hara definitely has wheels on first, as that one is sharply hit past second and first. Justin Hara turning second, but will hold up as Tristan Pompey throws it in. That is a one-out single to put runners on first and second.
First baseman, number 11, Garrett Takamatsu.
Bringing up the first baseman, number 11, Garrett Teramatsu. Teramatsu, one of the few right-handers in this Toronto Maple Leafs lineup. As Jan throws in the first pitch, it is pumped for a fastball strike. 0-1.
good chance here for Yan to potentially get a ground ball and get himself out of this inning.
As Looper catches the top of the strike zone for an 0-2 now. Exactly where Yan wants to be.
And not much can be done with that pitch, and now Takamatsu is in the hole and he's going to have to start swinging at some pitches.
As that one's in the dirt inside for a ball. Trying to get him to swing. Just a waste pitch there from Yan. As the wind is blowing out to right center. Yan now gets set to deliver the 1-2. It is fouled straight back at the net, right at the fans here. I assure you I would have made the diving catch on that. Hard hit ball though, just under it. He stays alive with 2 strikes to Natsu. Yan looking to put him away with 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. Runner goes second to third, and the throw from the catcher, Brandon Keys, is just up high, cannot make the tag, and runners on the corners now.
Yeah, unfortunate they couldn't get the throw on the runner out at third, but more of a good snag to keep that ball from getting out into left field. That would have surely scored a run, potentially moved that runner on first base out to third. That one's fouled back.
Fouled straight back again. That one, I'm not sure if I would have made the diving catch. Yeah, runners on the corners with one out is a much more preferable situation to runners on first and second. I'm sure Taramatsu is very happy about that. As that one is fouled up again, just to first into the catcher side here, near the athletic training area for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Luckily, they're under some trees for protection. Yes, that is a beautiful looper. Just catches the top of the zone for the K. Looking.
Jan's been hitting the zone with that one. A good pitch. Ball pitching it high and then having it break back into the strike zone. And there's not much Takamatsu can do without that one. And now 2 away, 1 out away from getting out of this inning.
Yeah, with runners on the corners. Again, 2 outs. It's much better than 1 now, as that one is pumped for a ball outside. But still, you gotta be holding your breath if you're a Guelph Royals fan. A runner on third base definitely means trouble. As that one's just outside, watched for a ball from John Salazzo, just barely. Hector Jan getting set for the 2-0 pitch. That one is fouled, kind of looped to third and catcher. Neither man can really get over in time for the play. The 2-1 comes in and it's watched up top, kind of at chin level there, and sets up a 3-1 count now. Exactly where Salazzo wants to be. As the ump calls a balk, that's a free base for both runners, and that'll bring home the second run on another. I don't know if you call balk an error, but a second misplay, we'll say. Hector Jan just not getting set before throwing the pitch, and he knows it and calls for it. Brandon Keys a lot more unhappy. The fans also not happy about that one, as the manager's coming out to talk about it, and the umpire's just going to tell him simply he was not set.
Oh, it was an odd one. Didn't say anything too wrong. Might have entirely been possible that they deemed that there was no stop. I didn't see anything too much wrong with that, but nonetheless, umpires did, and now run in on the inning for the Maple Leafs and runner in scoring position. So big chance here to potentially add some more runs.
Still a 3-1 count with 2 outs to John Salazzo as the pitch comes in and swung on and missed for a full count now with 2 outs. Full count, 2 outs. Hector Jan getting the sign and now making sure he's very set. Pitch comes in and it's swung on and fouled just over the Guelph Royals dugout.
Now I'm headed out towards the fans out in the beer garden.
Full count still. It's now a 2-0 ball game as the Toronto Maple Leafs have put up runs in back-to-back innings as the pitch comes in and it's watched outside for a 2-out walk, putting runners on first and second.
Left fielder number 19, Jesse Hodges.
Jesse Hodges now coming up. to hopefully keep the rally going if you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Hector Young looking to put him away.
Try to get out with as minimal damage as you can, and this is a perfect chance to.
First pitch comes in, checked on, but not swung, and it's watched up top as we now have some rowdy fans starting to get into it a little bit. And as always, we love our fans here at David E. Hastings Stadium, and we love everyone watching at home. And we'd like to thank everyone for joining us on this beautiful Canada Day afternoon.
Yeah, packed house here in David E. Hastings, and fans all the way down on the right field line, all the way down to the dugouts. And so we'll see if the Royals can bring this game back for their fans.
As the first two pitchers are watched for balls, Hector Young trying to get something here as that's popped up to third and shortstop Brando LaRue calling for it. He'll camp under it and makes the inning catch to get out of the top of the third inning, limiting the damage to just one run and keeping it a 2-0 ball game.
Baseball fans, we have someone celebrating.
Welcome to the bottom of the third inning here at David E. Hastings Stadium. Leading off is Malik Collymore, the the left fielder today, who has the wrong number listed on the lineup card.
A whole list of confusion. We are actually a little bit further down in the order. We're at Brendan Keys, who is catching at the 8, 9, and 1 spots in the order for the Royals.
Yeah, not sure why our PA guy
A little bit of confusion.
committed so hard to the Collymore. Nice save, Trevor, as Brandon Keys fouls that one pretty hard. He barreled it up, but just to the beer garden.
Tried to check his swing, but job in the ball found its way off the bat, and now what could have been potentially a ball to a 2-0 count is now 1-1.
Guys, that one is just watched inside, getting out of the way of it for a 2-1. Honestly, if he swung a little sooner and didn't check up, that would have been a really nice hit into shallow outfield. As the 2-1 pitch comes in and is swung on and fouled straight back and might land on our heads here. No, just lands in play. Catcher didn't even really make an effort on it. And he's hearing it from his teammates now.
At the fair one, I thought that one was going to land on top of the awning, but it landed just short. And
There was a play to be made on it.
yeah, it was a playable ball. But Mara behind the plate didn't really move much, and so that's 2-2.
Not swung on the 2-2 pitch was really nice, but outside, and Key stays alive and makes it a full count with no outs in the bottom of our third inning. That's watched up top for a leadoff walk. A really good piece of hitting there from Brandon Keys, and really good plate discipline.
Yeah, good eyes for Keys, and he's able to get a leadoff base runner for the Royals, something that's desperately needed with the Royals currently down 2-0. You need to get a big inning here to get some runs on the board, and this is perfect opportunity as Morrow steps in.
Morrow batting ninth, almost like a secondary leadoff hitter, as he puts a bunt down and just fouls it off the home plate right over the umpire's head, looped right over him. Morrow, I wouldn't be surprised if he shows bunt again and tries to lay it down. He does have the speed, and having Keys over at second base would be huge for this inning. Third baseman playing in though now, so that one slider front door on Morrow, really pretty. Just catches the inside of the plate, and you can hear from the fans not happy about it.
Yeah, that's a tough one for Morrow to get to. He has to be expecting it and get to it early, and no chance. And
no umpire on the third base line in case there's a play at 2. No one to check that swing, but Morrow not swinging at that offering on the 0-2 makes it a 1-2 count.
yeah, I asked for the appeal, but even from up here, at least I could tell, Morrow held that one up pretty well, and big chance here for the Royals, and that's a tough call.
Yeah, that's outside, and
First up, number 5, Brando LaRue.
Not much that Morrow can do about that, but
yeah, that one's just outside, I guess, catching the paint.
the upside still is that their top of the order gets the opportunity to bat with that runner on. So we'll see if
Yeah, only one out. Sometimes that's not the end of the world, especially Brandon Keys, speedy for a catcher.
see what Brando LaRue can do here as he takes that pitch inside for a ball.
So one's car alarm is going off, which is weird because we haven't really got any foul balls out in that direction. As Alvarado now gets set with the 1-0 pitch, and it's watched outside. What was once a called strike tomorrow is now a called ball, and Brando LaRue will take it. Alvarado now getting set with the 2-0. It's in and thrown high, 3-0 to the leadoff hitter, Brando LaRue. Only one out in a 3-0 count. Wow, the 3-0 is called for a strike as Brandon LaRue threw his bat and was already done the first base side. That was definitely inside, but apparently catching the inside part of the plate.
Now Royals have been getting a tough time this inning with the strike zone, and Rule have to step back into the box. We'll see.
Alvarado throws the 3-1, and that one is in fact up top, and the walk will happen one pitch later. And if you're the Royals, sometimes you'll take that just to get the pitch count one higher.
Just to get a pitch count one higher. Also, runner gets on base either way, and now you've got Brendan Keys, who has good speed, but you also have LaRue, who is an absolute speed demon on the base path. And all Hammond really needs to do here is put one in the gap, and Royals have a good chance to tie this game back up.
Yeah, and Ethan Hammond, a great hitter, great pull hitter on that left side. And just on cue, he pulls it, but just fouled on the first base side. That one had trouble. It would have definitely scored a run if fair, excuse me.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be a gap. Gap power includes down those lines, and those can be easy doubles for hitters and good opportunity for the Royals.
Alvarado now with the 0-1 pitch just inside, and Hammond will watch that for a 1-1 count after the opening foul ball. One count in the bottom of the third inning with 1 out. Front door slider again, and just catches the inside of the plate there. Ethan Hammond taking a little minute to walk around, and umpires getting heckled by the fans here pretty heavily.
If you're Hammond, might look for that pitch again and see if he tries to backdoor it in. And
that's hit right up the middle to center. Center fielder coming in on it, but can't make the grab. Keys is going to be held up at third to load the bases with only 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Found some green, and now a big chance for Tristan Pompey. Back in the lineup, see if he can potentially cash in a few runs for the Royals here with a 1 away.
Yeah, Hammond just pushing that right up the middle with good power, just landing in front of the center fielder for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Connor Lewis. Alvarado now working with bases loaded and only 1 out. That one is just inside for a called strike, and it looked to be a slider just inside. As this is Tristan Pompey with a 0-1 count. That one is very inside, fastball that time. Tristan Pompey looking to cash home a run, at least get the Guelph Royals into this ball game. Tristan swinging on it and just fouling it to the third base side. Not too strong contact on that one. 1-2 count now with 1 out. What you don't want to do is ground out into a double play, and it's the last thing you can afford to have happen here. This pitch comes in and is launched outside for a 2-2.
Yeah, good pitch for Alvarado. Just missed the outside corner. Didn't look like it moved back onto the plate. Instead, it just stayed on the outside, and an easy take for Pompey. Evens the count up at 2 apiece.
Alvarado with the 2-2 pitch. Almost hitting Tristan Pompey, loading the count. Full count, and the fans are really getting excited now. Really getting into it. This is maybe one of the biggest moments in the entire game right here in the early innings. Bottom of the third, down by 2. Tristan Pompey with a chance to blow this thing open and get the Royals back into it. The pitch comes in and swung on and missed. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third inning, and the base is still
left fielder number 35, Malik Scoreboard.
Yeah, it feels like one of those do or die situations for the Royals. Early in the game, you want to get on this starting pitcher early, and possibly a huge wasted opportunity with bases loaded for the Royals. But Blake Collymore still up to the plate and still has a chance to cash in some runs.
As the first pitch is in there for a strike, and of course they do still have an opportunity here with the bases loaded, both 2 outs. It's much more dicey. That's Alvarado now with a 0-1. Watched inside for the first ball of this at bat. 1-1 with 2 outs now. Now this is actually Emily Collingmore, unlike at the start of the inning. Keys actually still on third base, the leadoff batter. As the pitch comes in and is swung on and missed for the second strike. 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the third here. The Toronto Maple Leafs have a 2-run lead. With the bases loaded, you can't squander this opportunity if you're the Guelph Royals. Pitch comes in and it's chopped foul down the third base slide.
And Collingmore keeping himself alive and looking for the opportunity. Seen a few pitches here. He saw a few pitches in his last at bat, so we'll see if Collingmore can make an adjustment, has an idea what pitch he wants to swing at this time around.
The 1-2 from Alvarado is swung on and missed, but it skips back behind the backstop. Brandon Keys comes in and slides home, and he's safe. And everyone will be safe. There's runners on first, second, and third. And that's the first run of this inning on a passed ball, strike 3.
Sometimes luck is just on your side, and Collingmore swinging a pitch that absolutely fell off the plate. Fell off the table, and Collingmore got fooled, but so too did the catcher Mara. And that ball managed to get all the way to the backstop, and Collingmore has enough speed to get in, and Keys comes in to score as well. So Royals get their first run on the board.
Of course, David E. Hastings Stadium, known for its huge foul grounds. You really had to run back and make a desperation throw that went all the way back to the second baseman. As the first pitch also goes back to the backstop, it hits the fence. Not sure whether or not that's out of play, but it'll score a run and advance the runners to make it a 2-2 ball game. And just like that, it is fresh.
Yeah, and sometimes you just luck gets on your side. So far the runs have been very much unorthodox in the way they've been scored for both sides. And this inning, 2 wild pitches allow 2 runs to come in. Last inning, run came in on a balk, and the inning before that, run scored on a wild throw to first for a pickoff. And kind of a crazy game that we've had so far.
Yeah, scoring in unorthodox ways. Definitely not what you expect when you show up to the ballpark, but when you come to an IBL baseball game, it's some of the most exciting baseball you can find anywhere, honestly. The offense is always electric. And mound visit over from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Alvarado staying in the game as it's only the third inning. Sano, the batter, settling in with a 1-0 pitch count. As that one is another pass ball. The runner on third has scored. It's now a 3-2 ball game. 3 straight pass ball wild pitches. What is happening, Toronto Maple Leafs?
Pandemonium.
Absolutely, can't describe it any better. It feels like just as the Guelph Royals were falling apart and Hector Yon was kind of squandering a few of his opportunities, the Toronto Maple Leafs showed that they're just like the Toronto Maple Leafs of the NHL. It runs in the name, it runs in the city, and that's a blown 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning with 2 outs. Alvarado trying to get set now with only one runner on third. As that one is swung on and hit hard, but most likely going to get caught by the second baseman, and the right fielder calls him off and makes the catch, and it's just in fair grounds. That will end the third inning. Royals up 3-2. We're back from the break. A little Sweet Caroline for the third to fourth inning break. The Toronto Maple Leafs now up. That's number 6, Dan Hara, the second baseman, watching the first pitch of his at-bat for a ball inside. Again, we'd like to thank everyone in our chat and here at David E. Hassan Stadium for joining us for our game as that pitch is called for a strike. I just wanted to do a special shout out for Anthony Russell, Banners on the Wall, all the way out in Britain watching baseball on this beautiful Canada Day. Hector Yon giving a fun look to the umpire there as he was sure that was a strike, and he can't buy a striker right now, and he's reacting to it heavily. 3-1 is the count. As that one's pumped in for a strike, 3-2 is the count now. Full count delivery. Watched outside. Hector Yon jumping up in reaction. He can't believe that one. Makes a nice barehanded catch on the throwback.
Unfortunate scenario there. Couldn't really find the zone. Good, a lot of good close pitches, but umpire wasn't giving him anything. And now the runner on. Start off the inning here for the Maple Leafs.
That brings up Greg Cardington, and he swings on that one heavy and just misses it. Toronto Maple Leafs looking to get back in this one after giving up the lead in the third inning. Hector Yon getting settled in on the mound and throws that one to the outside part of the plate for a strike, and he is very happy about that one for an 0-2 count now.
Yeah, it's a good pitch, and when it's getting called, it's definitely a hard one for the lefty to catch up to. And they call a balk? No shot.
Whoa. They call a balk on the 0-2. It really looked like I didn't see it personally, but it looked like a beautiful pitch, swung on and missed by the batter.
That was a perfect pitch. That should have been one away, but instead
was runner on second.
runner moves up to second, and Ramel, understandably, coming out to check on Ian. Not worried about whether or not to pull him. I doubt that that's what this meeting's about. With his animosity so far in this inning, might as well cool him down and get his head back in the game.
The umpire actually coming out to this mound visit, looking to maybe have a word with Hector Yon just about how much emotion he's been showing on the mound. Strange that you get the umpire in the mound visits like that when you're just telling him to calm down.
Might have also been an explanation for what the balk was. But nonetheless, mound visit will disperse, and 0-2 count to Carrington.
Getting updates on the weather actually from some of my family members that live by Lake Ontario. It's really starting to rain and come down for them, so we'll keep you updated on if the rain is going to come to more central Ontario here in beautiful Guelph, Ontario, Canada. The inning is back on with 2 strikes, no outs, and a run on second, and it don't matter. The balk call, he gets them swinging and missing anyways, and that's 1 away in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, and this is a go time here if you're Yon and you get out of this inning. This next batter, you need something a little bit weaker contact, preferably one that doesn't move that runner from second base. Maybe a pop up on the infield, or best case scenario, strikeout.
Yeah, another weather update. I feel like the weatherman now here in Guelph, but it is absolutely pouring down in the Hamilton area and the Burlington area. So again, not scheduled to have thunderstorms here until around 5, but we'll keep you updated. The weather is still quite nice here, I would say.
Rain, go away. Let us play baseball today.
Yeah, 2-0 count now as that one's pumped up top. Hector Yon not finding his zone since that 1 strikeout pitch there. That one is pumped in for a strike and swung on and missed. A really beautiful pitch there from Hector Yon. A good recovery. Two-one now. The count. Pitch comes in and it's swung on and missed again. Another beautiful pitch from Hector Yon. He's really finding his groove again.
The strength of a mound visit. People kind of underestimate how much it can really do to help get a pitcher's mental back in the zone, and definitely has for Yon. He's been hitting the zone and hitting his pitches, and
He's requesting to see the signs again, stepping off and just getting his breath.
Having trouble getting on the same page with Keys, but looks like they're on the same page now, and we'll see what comes in 2-2.
The runner goes, and that's popped up to Hector Yon. Hector Yon calls off everyone else, catches it, and puts it over the center. Beautifully done from Hector Yon. Really taking it into his own hands from the pitcher. You don't see very often. Inning ending with no runs as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Guelph Royals 3, Toronto Maple Leafs 2. Welcome back to the fourth inning here, bottom fourth time. After the electric bottom third inning, scoring runs on pass balls, the leadoff batter is in fact Mike Cicchetto, number 44, designated hitter. First pitch comes in, it's called a strike, just catching the inside third of the plate. The wind is kind of dying here in Guelph, and it's getting a little more humid. Definitely a hot one today. As that one is down under the strike zone, 1-1 count.
Yeah, and that's just us sitting in the stands. I'm going to be honest, I do not envy the guys who are playing on the field tonight, but they do a very good job despite it.
That one is chopped to the shortstop. He'll pick it up and make the casual throw over to first for the first out of the inning. One away for Alvarado, who is cruising for his game so far, aside from his disastrous third inning.
Yeah, we'll see. The Royals can get back on the horse and find themselves some runs here. Alvarado has lost command a little bit.
Yeah, wasn't he getting it back though?
He found it back in this.
That one is fouled off his own leg, it looked like. Kyle Kush is the batter, the lefty. One of my favorite walk-up songs. Looking to get the rally started here with one out after the Cicchetto ground out. Settling into the box with a 0-1 count and one away. That one is called the ball just down low, I think. Yes, called the ball just down low. Couldn't quite find his own with the slide piece. That one is swung on and just grounded to the second baseman. Second baseman picks it up, and the first baseman has to make a jump throw. He comes down, and his foot finds the bag before Kyle Kush can come over. Kyle Kush apologizing for getting rolled away. First baseman made a great play there. That would be Teramatsu.
Takamatsu having to go up and get that play as first baseman, not always easy. It's to come down and find your foot on the bag, but he is able to find it and avoid a collision with Kush, so it's 2 away now.
Brandon Keys, the batter, the catcher who started the rally in the last inning on a long at-bat there where he got walked. As that is a slider that just misses the zone again, 2-0 again. We'll see how Keys can react to this.
Looks like the Royals are getting a very good read on that slider, so definitely for the Royals, they're not swinging at it, and they're looking instead for other pitches. There's a little pop-up, easy play for the second baseman, and that will end the inning.
3-2 for the Guelph Royals after 4. The shortstop number 1, Vincenzo, up to lead off the top of the 5th inning here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. As the first pitch from Hector Jan is called for a strike, just catching the outside part of the plate. Second pitch now coming in from Hector Jan. He's working fast in this 5th inning here. It seems like he's going faster as this game is progressing.
Yeah, he's kept it solid pace all throughout the game so far, but beating himself up a little bit, trying to catch the Maple Leafs players before they can settle themselves in before they get to the box. So not all that bad a stretch.
2-2 count now. Pitch comes in from Jan. Swung on and popped up to the third base side. Third base Morrow calling it and making the easy grab. And that's the first out of the entire 5th inning. And Hector Jan is getting through this game effectively.
Yeah, good defensive play from Morrow. Able to settle his way under it. Pulling off LaRue and makes an easy first out.
Yeah, for the first out of the top of the 5th inning. First pitch comes in to number 9 for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Justin Hara, as he fouls that one back to the first base side for a 1-1 count, getting the car alarm sounds as the 1-1 pitch hits him and he'll take his base.
Yeah, unfortunate. Jan's been working with a lot of base runners on the base path for the Maple Leafs. See if he can hold down the offense here.
As Castaldo comes up with 1 out and a runner on first. Castaldo, a lefty. Watches the first pitch for a ball. Hector Jan just not finding his zone on that one. Gets set with the pitch and delivers and just catches the outside part of the plate for a first strike at this at-bat. Jan fully gets set and throws the pitch, and that's fouled back for a 1-2. I feel like I gotta be paying attention to him getting set now, as that's become the story of his game.
Yeah, few balks so far in the first 4 for Jan.
I can't confirm. I'm nervous about him throwing over to that first base bag, but it seems like he's done doing that as he gets set, and he wanted that pitch, and that's up a 2-2 count now for Castaldo.
It's a good try pitch. If you throw that one in, see if you can potentially catch Castaldo swinging at something out of the zone, but won't be the case. And
Castaldo pops out a hard hit to the left side, left fielder coming in and makes the catch. That's Collymore coming in and making a really nice grab on that, calling off Morrow at third.
As he should. He's got the best read on that ball coming in compared to both LaRue and Morrow, who are hustling with their backs towards the plate. So calls off both of the infielders, comes in, makes the catch, and now there's 2 away.
2 away, a runner on first for Taramatsu. Watches the first pitch up high for a ball. Second pitch, and a very similar location. Also watch for a ball up high. The 2-0 pitch comes in, swung on and missed. That was another high heat, but looks like it was just going to tickle the top of the zone. factory on, looking to get out of the 5th inning here for the Guelph Royals defense. The 2-1 pitch swung on and popped up to second base. Kyle Clush ranging back on it. Tristan Pompey looks to be calling him off and makes the easy catch, and that'll end the inning. No runs scored for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that's 2 straight scoreless innings. 3-2 ball game. Corey Morrow, the leadoff hitter, coming up now to start the bottom of the 5th inning and hopefully extend this lead that the Guelph Royals have kind of stumbled into. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, again, no runs have been scored since those 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. As that one's hit hard past the second baseman, it makes a diving play, but can't make the grab. And that's a leadoff single for Corey Morrow, hitting in the 9th spot. I like to call that the secondary leadoff when you got a guy as good as Corey Morrow batting there.
Yeah, he does his job. He gets on base, and now top of the order has a chance to potentially move him around the base path. And Brando LaRue will be the first man up.
Yeah, just as you're saying, top of the order, dangerous part of the order when you got Brando LaRue leading off and Ethan Hammond following him up. As the pitch comes in and it's inside, Corey Morrow getting a great secondary lead at first base. Oh, 0-1 for Alvarado. Pitch comes in, and that's hit hard to the shortstop. Shortstop flips over to second. Second baseman picks it up, and will throw to first for the 6-4-3 double play.
Tough for the Royals as that base runner gets erased relatively quickly, and now 2 away, and Ethan Hammond's going to have to bat with nobody on.
Yeah, not what Ethan Hammond was hoping for. Good power hitter, a really good slugging percentage. Actually, I could pull it up exactly for you guys, but I know for a fact it is over 700. As the first pitch comes in, and it's watch for a ball inside.
There's a reason why Hammond is batting in this 2 spot. Many teams will put their most dangerous hitter up there, and Hammond's definitely a threat to do.
Just
both
that,
a base
lines
hit.
out to the second baseman, and I'll end the inning 0-0, and 2 straight scoreless innings as we go to the top of the 6th.
Top of the 6th inning here for the Guelph Royals. Jan still on the mound, coming into his 6th inning of work, because that one's fouled back out towards the Royals dugout.
It's John Salazzo leading off the 6th inning for the Toronto Maple Leafs in our 3-2 ball game, as the 0-1 pitch is watched up top for a ball, making it a 1-1 count. As you were saying, Trevor, Hector Jan pitching beautifully and is going for his 6th inning here.
Yeah, and he's been doing good work, the exception of the 2 runs intermittent by a few errors. It's been, for the most part, Royals have been able to limit the damage, and Jan has been pitching very well. We'll see if he can get through this inning unscathed. The 3-1 pitch is grounded and
right through the legs of the first baseman, Interisano. Just not able to make the play, and I played a lot first. No one calls it the hot corner, but it really is just as hot as third base.
Yeah. You get a hard hit ball and just comes up on you a whole lot quicker than you think it does and manages to find its way past you. So, lead off single, and now
that sets up Jesse
Maple
Hodges
Leafs.
coming up now.
Maple Leafs have a chance to potentially get some runs on the board here.
First pitch watched inside for a ball, 1-0 count, as there's a loud whistle from up top. The 1-0 as Hector Jan gets set to pitch. As that's grounded to third, Corey Moore makes a beautiful diving play, picks it up and throws it to 2. Throw over to first, can't get the double play, but beautiful slag by Corey Morrow playing third base.
The sheer fact that Morrow got that ball and still got the out at second in itself is impressive.
Second baseman, number 6, Dan.
Sliding to his left, making a quick snag of the ball and pirouetting to a throw to second, and unable to get the double play, but it's enough to keep the runners out of scoring position, and now 1 away.
Yeah, part of me thought he was going to go to first with that, which just seems like he got the most time to throw over, but now he makes it beautiful and heads up throw to 2 as the first pitch to Dan Hara is thrown for a strike. The 0-1 is fouled straight back. I would have made the diving catch, and it's 0-2. I would now be 2 for 1 on diving catches, I think. Coming straight back at us, and that's a 0-2 with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Any ground ball potentially gets them out of this, as that is just inside. 1-2 now. Hector Jan with the 1-2. Swung on and just past the second baseman, Kyle Cush. Runners will stop on first and second for a 1-out single.
Right fielder, number 15, Reid.
Yeah, now 2 on for the Maple Leafs, and potentially a fly ball and move those runners in scoring position. More so, you're looking to get a base hit here. If you're the Maple Leafs, it's even potentially move another runner into scoring position, score that run, and tie this ball game up.
That brings up Cardington with, as he said, the tying run in scoring position. First pitch, watched up high for a ball. Jan has found himself in some dicey situations already this game, so we'll see how he responds. It will most likely be its last inning of work with action in the Guelph bullpen. As that's a big swing and a miss, and a 1-1 count now with 1 away in the top of the 6th inning. It's the 8-hole hitter, Greg Cardington, ready for the 1-1, and it's just over his head. The runners will advance to second and third with still 1 out and a 2-1 count now.
And now the situation definitely changes. You want to limit the damage as much as possible. It doesn't look like the Royals are going to go for an infield in, but definitely at the very least, if you're young, you really want to get the strikeout here.
Yeah, 2-1 count for Hector Yon. Swung on and missed for a big strike, 2-2. One away. This is a big at-bat to put Yon in a position to get some success. Choked up on the bat is Cardington, and it's thrown inside. We have a full count now in the top of the 6th inning. Yon settles in and throws the pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back at the fence. Too far for me to make a diving grab.
Yeah, staying alive is Carrington. We'll see if he'll take advantage of the extra pitch that he's going to face.
Full count, one away. This is one of the bigger pitches of the game. Swung on and missed on the outside fastball. Beautiful piece of pitching from Hector Yon to stay in this thing and put up a second out.
And a huge chance now. 2 away, infielders are playing back in their normal positions. All they need is to get the out at first to get this inning over with.
And really put them in a comfortable position, honestly. Especially going into this bottom 6 and the 7th inning stretch. As the first pitch comes in, swung on and missed. Hector Yon getting a plenty of swings and misses in this top of the 6th inning. As the game's gone on, he's pitching better. Hector Yon, the lefty, swung on right back at the booth here. I may not have caught that, but Trevor 100% was making the grab.
Always. Always, always.
And it sets up an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. This is everything for Hector Yon. Pitch just watched upstairs for a ball. 1-2 count. A fantastic pitch. Can't be mad at that.
Got some balls to play with, so try to hit some spots. See if you can potentially get him swinging and missing, and there's a perfect example.
1-2 pitch popped up to left center. Center fielder Ethan Hammond's going in on it and makes the grab. That'll end the top of the 6th inning, and most likely Hector Yon stay. Quality start for all you stat hounds out there. 6 innings pitched, under 3 earned runs. A beautiful outing from Hector Yon. Maybe one of the best outings we've seen this season, especially the best outing we've seen at David E. Hastings Stadium. That's a 3-2 ball game heading into the bottom of the 6th. Welcome to the bottom of the sixth inning. Tristan Pompey leading it off for your Guelph Royals as Alvarado set to take the mound for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, Hector Janstay most likely over after 6. As the first pitch comes in, it's watched for a ball inside. As Hector Janstay ends 6 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed, neither earned. I would have to not assume because they're on errors and balks, which means that he had a quality start. And in the IBL, that's a rarity, and you enjoy it when you see it, of course.
Always good pitching overall, and honestly on both sides as Alvarado in his 6th inning of work, the exception to the 3rd inning where he let out 3 runs all on wild pitches, that he's been doing a fantastic job as well.
Now when it's grounded to short, shortstop comes over, makes the catch, and throws over for a easy out. First out of the 6th, bottom of the 6th recorded.
Now it's Malik Collymore stepping in.
First pitch comes in to Collymore, and it's popped straight back just to the first base catcher's side here. Foul ball out of play. Collymore about a second looking to make something happen after the initial out from Tristan Pompey. Second pitch thrown inside for a ball, making it a 1-1 count with 1 away now. Royals sitting with a 3-2 lead right now. Definitely not comfortably, but they're sitting with it. 1-1 pitch comes in, and that's skied up to the second base side. Second baseman ranging back on it and will make the play for the second out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Alvarado getting through this really quickly.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Royals lead not too comfortable, only a 1-run lead. You'd prefer to add a few more runs to that as we get to the latter half of the ball game, and wouldn't be surprised if the bullpen for these teams could even be stronger than the starters that came out tonight. So we'll see if the Royals can find themselves some extra runs.
Yeah, Zenturi Sano, the first baseman, steps up. That one thrown inside for a ball. 2 outs here. This would be Alvarado's last inning of work too, as there's action in the Toronto Maple Leafs bullpen, as that is in for a first strike swinging 1-1 count with 2 away. If Alvarado is able to get through this, he would also have recorded a quality start, allowing 3 runs in 6 innings of work, as that's a called ball for a 2-1 count on Interisano. The 2-1 pitch coming in, hitting Interisano on the inside of the arm. Definitely not a good spot. He's really feeling it right now. Right on his wrist, it seems like. Athletic trainer coming right out. You're going to be hoping he's okay, and we'll come back to you hopefully when he is. Inter Sano walking off on the left side of the screen. You can see now. I'm pretty sure that's Noah Roberts.
Number 22, Noah Roberts.
Yes, it is Noah Roberts taking over at first base for Inter Sano, as that'll bring up Mike Chichetto.
Number 44, Mike Chichetto.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Royals, a big power bat. We were moved from the game tonight, but with Roberts still an option on the bench, definitely good substitute. And so, runner on now for Chichetto to do some damage.
Yeah, Noah Roberts, not a bad bat in his own right, too. It'll definitely be interesting to see what he can do in the remainder of this game. Luckily, it's first base, so it's not a position that takes much warming up to play, as that's fouled back down hard from the third base side.
Few kids down the left field line had to dance out of the way of that ball as it was coming in pretty quick, and it's 0-1. Delivery from Alvarado, and that one tries to get a breaking pitch to come back onto the plate, but it stays off. 1-1.
The 1-1 pitch now, Alvarado getting set to throw with 2 outs, swung on and missed from Chichetto. Two outs now, 1-2 count. Chichetto looking to not be the final out here, swung on and hit hard up to the center fielder. Right field side, and the right fielder will call him off and come in and make the grab, and that ends the bottom of the 6th inning. That's three straight scoreless innings for the Guelph Royals and the Toronto Maple Leafs, 3-2. Hello and welcome to the 7th inning of your Guelph Royals baseball. Leading on for the Toronto Maple Leafs is Vinicio Yuki Narita taking over for the efficient and excellent Hector Yan. First pitch fouled up to the third base left field side. A mad dash over to the ball, and it'll be slid on and caught beautifully for the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out. You'll love to see it. Don't you, Trevor?
Speediest outfielders are always what you want when you got an outfield. They can easily track down balls and get to area, especially here at Hastings with how much foul ground there is. Speed is definitely a big factor when it comes to left and right field, and there's a perfect example of it there. Collings hustling all the way, and he's able to make the sliding catch, and it's one away.
Yuki Narita pumps in a strike on the outside for the opening pitch of the next at-bat here against number 9. That's Justin Hara. That second pitch is just down low for a ball. That was so far that it wasn't even on our noon improved wide angle. That one is fouled hard, or hit hard, down the first base side, at least 2, as Tristan Pompey picks it up and throws it in. A really beautiful piece of hitting there for Justin Hara. 1 out and picks up a double.
Yeah, I found going hard down the line, and that's a hard one for a first baseman like Roberts to get. Just came into the game in replacement of Interesano. So that one hard hit down the right field side, and Pompey is able to get it in and limit him to just 2 bases. But Narita 1 away, and he's in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, runner on second with 1 away. Not the situation you want to find yourself in as a relief pitcher, but as we saw with the first batter, it took 1 pitch, 1 out. As that one is fouled back down the third base side, late on it, just like the first batter was. That one, no play to be made.
Now, looking at the delivery, it doesn't look like Narita throws all that hard, but it come at you quickly when you're in the box, and looks a little bit quicker, probably by 2, maybe 3 kilometers per hour, and we'll see.
The 0-1 pitch now, with 1 away, is in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 count. For at least 2, and it'll score a run, making it a 3-3 ball game as the throw over to second is not in time. A beautiful piece of hitting down the left field side for Jordan Castaldo.
Yeah, opposite field power a lot more than I think Collings was expecting. He got a bad read on that ball, and it went well over his head and almost tracked it down, but instead it will be another double for the Maple Leafs, and now this game is tied up at 3.
Yeah, Yuki Narita with 9 games, a 3.73 ERA before that. 31 innings of work, 26 hits allowed, 13 earned runs, make it 14 now. Yeah, another big double in the top of the 7th inning. The first run in over 3 innings of work for either pitcher, as that's now a 2-0 count.
Yeah, and the bullpens will be the deciding factor probably tonight, and see if Narita can settle it down in here, as that's in there for a strike.
Yeah, the first strike to Teramatsu. Finally getting something going here in this at-bat. Just hoping to not get another double against with a runner in scoring position. This pitch comes in, and it's a looper that catches the top of the zone. A nice 2-2. Narita now gets set with the 2-2, checks the runner at second, throws in, and that's chopped to shortstop Brando LaRue. Brando runs in on it, makes the throw over to first, and it makes it look easy. Second out of the inning.
Yeah, good work there from LaRue, and gets the throw to first to get the out, but also holds that runner where he is. So now base hit is going to be needed with 2 away.
John Salazzo now coming up with 2 outs now and a runner in scoring position. The pressure's both on Yuki Narita and Salazzo. Game is already tied. Guelph not protecting anymore. That one fouled back off the glass here. Yuki Narita now getting set with his 0-1. Pitch comes in, and that looper catches the outside of the zone beautifully. 0-2 with 2 outs. Salazzo now has to be in protect mode. 0-2. Any swing and a miss or any strike call ends the inning. Yuki Narita now with the pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate and gets the Guelph Royals out of the top of the 7th. We'll see you after the 7th inning stretch. 3-3 ball game. Hello and welcome now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Kyle Cush leading off, and I'll go and find out who that pitcher is for the Toronto Maple Leafs if Alvarado's day is over, and he will also record a quality start. As the first pitch is fouled back. Second pitch now with the 0-1 in, and just outside, called ball. Third pitch of the at-bat, fouled back, hit hard to the left field side, and it'll be camped under and caught. First out of the inning. Kyle Kush not able to make anything happen. Deska? Pitcher is Deska. We just got his stats now. He has had 3 games of work so far, as that one is also fouled back. Deska has an 11.12 ERA in his limited time so far, 5 2/3 innings pitched with 4 walks, 6 hits allowed, and 7 earned runs.
Perfect kind of pitcher that the Royals could hop on and definitely do some damage to, and we'll see what they can do here in this inning.
As that is another strike, 0-2 count for Keys. As that's watched just down low for a called ball. Brandon Keys up with Corey Morrow on deck. 1-2 count. Is outside to set up 2-2 with 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch is swung on and foul to the first base side, just past the bag.
If I'm Keys here, I wouldn't be surprised if he was sitting on that fastball. It's not have a whole lot of movement, so it's going straight as an arrow. If you can read it out of his hand, that could be a pitch you can get some solid contact on.
As the 2-2 pitch comes in, swung on and fouled back to the left side. Don't hear any cars got hit, so you seem to be in luck.
That's good news for the many fans still here at Hastings. They've been here all throughout the ball game, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be leaving anytime soon.
As that's called an inside strike. Second out of the inning for
Third baseman number 3, Corey Morrow.
Well placed,
Deska.
catching,
Yeah, well placed pitch.
well placed on the inside, and not much that Keys can really do about that one. The beautiful pitch, and now Corey Morrow hoping to get something started with 2 away.
Yeah, I've been in this position before. Corey Morrow has this game and has gotten something started. As that is watched spat on for a opening ball, 1-0 count. That one is hit hard up the center fielder. Center fielder ranging back on it, going to the warning track, and will eventually make the catch. Hit hard by Corey Morrow, but that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3-3 ball game. Hodges leading off the 8th inning here at David Hastings Stadium's 3-3 ball game with 2 innings left. We'll see how it goes. Yuki Narita seeing the mound again for another inning of work.
Overall, it's been a well-pitched ball game on both sides. Good starts from Hector Yon and from Alvarado, and so bullpens have been, or will be, the name of the game for the next couple of innings. See who take this game in. Narita let up 1 run in his first inning. Looking for a bounce back here.
That one is a called strike, just catching the outside part of the zone. 1-1 count here to the leadoff hitter, Hodges. Next up, Dan Mara. As the pitch comes in, just down low, watch for a ball. Yuki Narita now with the 2-1 pitch, a little stutter in his windup. A looper that just does not catch, he says, just high. 3-1 now is the count.
Another great pitch from Narita. If he can land that one's probably going to catch a few Maple Leafs hitters off guard. Give him a few free strikes, but
3-1 pitch in, swung on and hit to left field. Hard hit ball for Hodges. A leadoff single to start the 8th inning for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Second baseman number 6, Dan Mara.
Dan Mara now coming up, the on-deck batter. After him is Greg Cardington. Looking to make something happen here in the 8th inning. Yuki Narita looking to shut that down. There is movement in the Guelph Royals bullpen, so it might not be Yuki Narita's game to close.
movement also in the Maple Leafs bullpen. So
shows bunt. Mara looking to get that runner into scoring position in these later innings. I wonder what Toronto's game plan is after Deska had a really quick inning. He'll probably see that 8th. Another shown bunt. It's down and it's put beautifully. Noah Roberts comes over on it, but it's in no man's land. No play to be made, and runners on first and second with no out.
Yeah, a little bit of a misread by the pitcher, Narita. His apple little bouncer went a little bit further than I think Narita thought it was. He thought he was going to keep it close to the baseline and more closer to the catcher, but instead found its way to no man's land, nobody covering first, and 2 are on now for the Leafs, and big opportunity here to take the lead.
And there's a pinch hitter coming up there. Tried to get the name there, couldn't quite make it out. Number 37, though. As that skied up to center field, Hammond's coming in on it. Will make the grab. Neither runner tagging up, and they'll stay right where they are.
Now we'll retire Aiden McCaskey.
Center fielder number 40, Connor Lewis.
McCaskey batting .200 on the season. And he'll bring up Connor Lewis now.
It's a good start getting that first out, but still lots of work to be done here for Narita and the Royals.
Yeah, this Connor Lewis was swinging heavy at a lot of the Hectorian high heat, so we'll see how he approaches the Narita matchup with 1 out as the first pitch goes in for a ball. The 1-0 pitch from Narita. Just up top, another ball.
Narita trying to find his location this at bat. Fastball's not hitting his spots. We'll see if he can get
another fastball looper right over Corey Morrow's head. That'll bring home 1 run and put runners on first and second. Throw comes home. It's a good throw. Runner on second goes and advances the third. Should have thrown that into the cutoff man. That will blow open the game, make it a 4-3 game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, taking their first lead since the top of the third inning.
Shortstop, number 1, Jose Benicio.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for the Royals. That one managing to find right in the location that there is no chance anybody could get to. And LaRue, good effort to try to get that throw at home. It was a good throw, but just skipped a little bit. And now,
Allows the runner to go from second to third.
exactly.
1 out now for the leadoff hitter, Benicio, who pops it up. Third base side, Corey Morrow coming over, and looks like he'll make the play on it for the second out of the inning. That's exactly what you're looking for to get back in this inning if you're the Guelph Royals. Yuki Narita, very grateful for the rangy plays from the third baseman, Corey Morrow.
Throw himself down and see if he can potentially get final out, but it doesn't look like it might not be Narita. It will not be.
The manager calling for someone at the bullpen, maybe a lefty, and it looks like Narita''s day will be over. Well, he gestured to the bullpen, but we don't really see him running down yet, and it's a righty in the bullpen. So we'll have to wait and see. It is his first mound visit, so he definitely has the flexibility to just talk it out and discuss strategy. Appears to be keeping Narita in the game and hopefully getting out of the top of the 8th inning with what they got. As Justin Mara, the catcher, coming up now.
Yeah, there's a big chance to get out of it. Trust in Narita that he can get this done. It's a bit of a gamble here for Ramel to keep the same pitcher in the ball game. Gotten a lot of hard contact on him, but we'll see.
Yeah, 2 straight hard hit balls is definitely something to hold the breath over, as that fastball is just outside. Looked like a strike, felt like a strike, but just called outside. Narita shaking off. Brandon Keys behind the dish. Gets set to throw the 1-0. The looper catches the zone. Beautiful pitch from Narita.
That's a good 12-6 curve and completely fooling. The batter had no chance of potentially swinging at it. Just lets it drop in, and that's a...
Justin Morrow swings on that. It goes to left field. Left fielder camping under it and makes the grab. They get out of the inning, only allowing 1 run, 4-3 on a nice catch by Collie Moore. That'll bring up the Guelph Royals for the bottom of the 8th, 4-3. Guelph Royals getting ready to start the bottom of the 8th inning here. I'm about to get interrupted by the PA man. Brandon LaRue coming up now to start the bottom of the 8th inning for the Guelph Royals and hopefully get a run back and tie it up heading into the 9th inning.
If there's any spot you want to be leading off in such a crucial scenario, definitely want it to be your leadoff hitter. And LaRue's had a little bit of a quieter night with the bat, but we'll see if he can put a spark of life into this Royals lineup.
As it's now 1-1, a strike and a ball now as he swings over that one. Deska is out there again pitching for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Swung on and missed by LaRue. A quick 2 strikes on back-to-back pitches. Deska now getting set with the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back to the first base side. Far out of play into the trees. Swung on and hit hard up the middle. LaRue finds a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 8th. A really good piece of hitting.
Yeah, got on the fastball. There's something, as I said, wouldn't be surprised if the game plan right now for the Royals is probably looking for that fastball. I believe that was what LaRue was looking for, and he was able to square it up and send it right back up the middle.
Yeah, sets up Hammond, who has been getting some good hitting so far in this game. We'll see what he can do here, but with no outs and Hammond's up is a situation you want to be in, and much like you said, Trevor, top of the order is exactly what you want to be seeing in this situation, as that's thrown in for a called strike 1. Deska now gets in and gets the sign on the 0-1 pitch, thrown in and swung on by Hannon, just missed for strike 2. 0-2 with no outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
And Hammond looking for a bat to ball here, just get something in play.
The pitch comes in, swung on. Hit foul down the third base side. He stays alive with the 0-2 count.
Keep yourself alive, get a base hit, move it on to the next batter in the order. This Royals lineup has got some depth in who can hit, so.
Absolutely. You like the next part of your lineup coming up. I'm pretty sure that would be Noah Roberts on deck as the runner, LaRue, threatens to steal. No, on base is Tristan Pompey, excuse me. And then in the hole would be Noah Roberts after him, replacing the injured Anthony Sano after getting hit by a pitch. But Hammond is staying alive here. 2 straight foul balls with a 2-strike count. Making Deska work for this out as LaRue threatened to steal second. This pitch comes in, and that one misses the outside of the zone. It sets up a 1-2 count. Bottom of the 8th inning, these are the most important pitches of the game so far. As that one is fouled on, no lower body movement on that swing from Ethan Hammond. Swung on and just fouled down the left field line.
Nolan with a pure panic swing. Just tried to get back to ball to keep himself alive, and that's exactly what he does. And now he's got a chance to get a pitch that he likes a little bit more.
The 1-2 pitch comes in now, just watched inside for a ball, sets up 2-2.
Honestly, with the strike zone, though, that's kind of a risky take. It's been one that's been called on.
Yeah, if I had more of an inside-out movement to it, it might have been called a strike, but luckily it's a right-handed pitcher instead of a lefty from earlier that, unless he throws a nice sink piece there, as that's hit hard to the left field side, but it'll be caught at around 300 feet for the first out of the bottom of the 8th inning. Cannot advance the runner, Brandon LaRue.
17, turn it up for Tristan Pompey.
Tristan Pompey coming up with 1 out. Looking to make something happen, Trevor.
Yeah, I'll look for one. Try to find some space in one of these gaps. And be able to move that runner around. At the very least, you want to get that runner around the bases by any means.
As the first pitch is watched outside for a ball, you at least want to get the runner in scoring position here. We'll be keeping our eye on who on deck serve balls. That's called a strike outside, pretty similar to that first pitch. And the fans letting him hear it, as that's Collymore on deck with no Roberts in the hole after the lineup changes. 1-1, Brandon LaRue runs, as that's called a strike on a looping pitch, and that's thrown into the outfield. Brandon LaRue will stay on second though. That'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a runner on second now for the Guelph Royals.
Yeah,
It's
and good.
it's 1 ball, 2 strikes for sure.
Good steal from LaRue. Got himself into scoring position now, and really all Pompey needs to do is just get a simple base hit. No longer are we looking for a gapper.
As that one is hit hard on the left field side, just foul. Setting up a, should still be 1-2 on our scoreboard. It's saying 2 balls. I'm waiting for the umpire to give a sign. He hasn't really indicated anything, but I'm pretty certain on the skill pitch he threw up the out. Hey, it's a 1-2 count. I was absolutely correct. In here at the stadium, it says 2-2. That's the only reason there's confusion. And it changes the approach. That's a hard hit ball in the first second base gap. Brandon LaRue rounds the second base bag. He slides in and he's going to be safe. Tristan Pompey goes from first to second in a tied 4-4 ball game. Beautiful piece of hitting from Tristan Pompey. He protects the plate with 1-2 and doesn't strike out. Gets a game tying RBI.
Beautifully done, and it was electric here at David E. Hastings. Well done by Pompey. Get easy base hit, good hustle from LaRue all the way around, but throw didn't get to the plate in time, and Pompey heads up base run and moving into scoring position now. The leading run is at second base and still only 1 away.
Yeah, great position for Collymore for an at-bat. Wind blowing out towards center field as the first pitch is just catching the outside. Collymore acknowledges that, yeah, that was a strike, and he knows what he's looking for now, and I can expect a lot more to go down in this rally in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Taking a single pitch, strike or not, can give a lot of information about how a pitch moves, and I think that's probably what Collymore is looking at. First couple of pitches, wants to see what the pitch is doing when it comes out of the hand, and now he's got an idea, might be looking for it this time around.
1-1 pitch gets swung on, hit hard, popped up to the left field side. Left fielder coming in on it, camps under and will make the grab. Pompey threatens a tag up, but the throw is made in and he would have been out. Noah Roberts, the replacement for Anthony Sano.
Noah Roberts.
Coming up now, a good left-handed hitter, and for someone who's injury replacement, you definitely like him coming up here. Runner on second with 2 away in a 4-4 ball game. Heading into the final inning of play, still in the bottom of the 8th though. The first pitch comes in and it's watched up high. Much better start to the at-bat here, 1-0.
Yeah, looks like if we get to him, the man on deck is no longer Mike Chiquetto. It looks like Jeff McLeod would be batting if we get to it.
That one is swung on and just missed. 1-1 count now. Roberts getting set for the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch gets looped to center field. It's going to drop, and that's going to bring on Tristan Pompey. Throw comes in, and it's not in time. He's home standing. Noah Roberts slides into 2, and he's safe. A really beautiful piece of hitting, looping it over the shortstop and second baseman, and going into 2 for a fielder's choice double, a single really. but the go-ahead RBI.
That is huge for the Royals. Saw, I think, an inning ago that Yuki Narita got beat by a little blooper that found its way in between 3 players, but this time it will be the Maple Leafs that are on the receiving end of the baseball gods, as they say. Now Royals take the lead, and big chance here to add some insurance. And it looks like a new pitcher is coming in.
Yeah, new pitching change. We'll see you all after he's warmed up and we figure out who he is. Thank you all for joining us so far in this very exciting bottom 8. Pitcher coming in, Mara for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Trevor Reid with the breakdown of his stats.
Adam Mara, 12 innings pitched, but in those 12 innings pitched, he has an ERA at a pinpoint 6. So definitely an arm that the Royals could get onto, but for the Maple Leafs, they're just looking for a single out to get out of this and bring the bats back up.
Mike Chichetto, the designated hitter, coming up now, and you could feel the energy coursing through David E. Hastings Stadium. As the pitch comes in from the funky side armor here, Mara gets a call strike.
That's a delivery that's going to throw some of the hitters off. It coming in all the way on the farther side, and
that one's popped up the first base side into the stands. Kids all running for it, wanting their free freezies. Mara with 2 quick strikes here with 2 outs in his relief appearance. As the pitch comes in, sidearms, hit hard to the first baseman. First baseman gobbles it up, runs over to first, and Neil ends the 8th inning. 5-4 Guelph Royals. Hello and welcome to the 9th inning of the Guelph Royals baseball. Taking the mound, we believe to be Brandon Deans, wearing number 8 on the lineup card. He is number 8, but we are not quite sure if it's quite Brandon Deans or not, but we'll call it as if it is. It is a 5-4 ball game for the Guelph Royals. This could be the last half inning if Deans is able to come in and shut it down.
First pitch comes in. It's in there. Strike number 1.
Big called strike. Brandon Deans. This is the designated hitter, Castaldo. Up after him is the first baseman, Teramatsu. As the second pitch, wild, going outside, hitting the backstop. Now, if you're a Leafs fan, this is where you want to be in the order, but you love seeing Brandon Deans come in and get to work. 1-1 count now. 5-4 ball game. Top of the 9th. Deans with the delivery, swung on and missed. Big pitch. 1-2 count. Deans looks to be keeping it moving. He's ready on the mound. The windup, swung on and fouled back to the third base side. Castaldo taking his time in the box, swung on and fouled right back. Really taking his time in the box, stepping out, taking his time. Brandon Deans looks to be working fast here. It's a very, very interesting hitter-batter dynamic in the top of the 9th inning.
Yeah, the pitcher trying to work fast, whereas Castaldo is trying to slow him down a bit. And
another pitch way up and away. Not quite as wild as that first ball was, but similar location and a similar miss. Now with a 2-2 count, no one out. Pitch comes in and it's just low, makes it a full count here in the top of the 9th inning. I can definitely feel the nerves all throughout the stadium, and all the way from on the mound, you definitely know that Deans is feeling it too. With the windup, pumps it in, called strike. You love to see it. First out of the top of the 9th.
First baseman, number 11,
Teramatsu now coming up with 1 out. After him, it's Larzo.
And as you said, always dangerous part in the Maple Leafs lineup, the 3, 4, 5 hitters, and haven't been able to muster too much so far tonight.
Deans pumps in the first pitch, fastball, strike. 1 out, 1 strike now in the top of the 9th. As the pitch comes in now, watched inside for a ball, very close pitch, and very good eye from the second hitter, Teramatsu. Pitch comes in, swung on, fouled, caught. That's the second strike. 1-2, Deans working fast, looking to get ready to sit him down potentially. 1-2, just outside, almost swung on, but he checked his swing, and that sets up 2-2 count with 1 out.
Now, little skipper seeing if he could potentially catch him fishing, but he's unable to.
Pitch comes in, and it's watched inside again. A great eye for Matsu. Teramatsu with a full count with 1 out in the top of the 9th. This is as exciting as it gets. Pitch comes in, swung on, foul ball, first base side. Deans working fast in the box. But Teramatsu calls time, gets set. Crowd feeling it. Pitch coming in, swung on, and it's poked up the middle for a base hit. That's a big single with 1 away.
There's that base run. That puts the tying run on base for the Leafs. And that gives a chance for Jonathan Slaza to do something very big here.
The bases after the conclusion of this ball game. Kids, please head on down to the third baseline right now.
huge opportunity, but
There's a pinch runner over at first. Not sure of his name. Can't quite see his number yet. But a pinch runner, speedster, setting up Salazzo. You can definitely see a bunt here, possibly. You could definitely see a steal attempt. You could definitely see some aggressive plays attempted by the Toronto Maple Leafs. So the first pitch comes in and is swung on and fouled for a strike. 1 strike, 1 out in the top 9th, 1 on base.
yeah, I'd be more inclined to see him probably go for a steal. Bunt would be risky considering that would give them a free out and you'd have a guy batting with 2 away. Instead, you'd prefer if you get a base hit here and potentially move that runner in scoring positions in a less risky means.
As that pitch is up top, ball away. The go-ahead run at the plate. Dean set with the pitch. Pumped up top again. Outside fastball for a 2-1 count now. 1 out. Dean's now with the pitch. Fouled straight up. Catcher Keys coming in. Noah Roberts also. They couldn't communicate on it. An attempted slide, but ball drops for the second strike of the at-bat, setting up a 2-2 count.
Yeah, unfortunately, they couldn't make the catch there, but still the opportunity to close it out here for Deans. We'll see what he can do.
Deans now gets set with the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit up the ground, up the middle. The runner on first turns and heads to third, and he might even turn. Nah, he stays at third. Runner's on the corners. A really good piece of hitting from Salazzo there. Runners on first and third with 1 out. Bringing up Jesse Hodges.
And now here's a little change coming through for the Royals, at least in terms of approach. Now it is purely strikeout or ground ball. You can't really go for one or for a fly ball. Let up the opportunity to get that run moving. You need to get a strikeout here. We'll see if he can get Hodges.
Yeah, 2 hit balls up the middle in a row here. Brandon Dean's looking to work and recover as he gets a big swinging strike to start the at-bat. And Jesse Hodges, there's a lot of pressure here right now. As Dean's gets set. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed again. 2 beautiful pitches for Brandon Deans. And Dean's looking and getting the signs with runners on the corners. 2 strikes here with 1 out in the top of our 9th inning. Pitch comes in, swung on and missed. 1, 2, 3, strike. Sit down, Jesse Hodges. Brandon Dean says no more.
Now it's up to Mara.
Mara up with 2 outs and runners on first and third in this game. Guelph looking to become 7-12 here, and it would be a huge win over the Toronto Maple Leafs, a team that's 10-8. As the first pitch comes in, watched outside. He loves that outside of the plate right now, getting a lot of swings and misses. That one watched for a ball. As Deans is getting set, runners on first and third. He's looking them off and gets out with the pitch. And that's up top, inside, 2-0. He's got to look to find the zone here with 2 outs. Brandon Dean's now getting set, fully set, no balk. Pitch comes in, and that's a beautiful pitch. Outside part of the plate, called strike. Mara acknowledges it. He nods, yeah, that was beautiful. That's a strike. 5-4 ball game here, top of the 9th. 2 outs, the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and hit up the middle. Center fielder coming in on it. Hannon makes the grab to end the game. 5-4. Your Guelph Royals will win it.
And that's the ball game. Guelph Royals win 5-4. Collings Police. I thank everyone for coming out, supporting your Royals on Canada Day. Be sure to come to our next home game Tuesday, July 4th, where the Royals will play the rest of the late game from June 13th against the Welland Jackpit. I'm Bruce Parker from 1450 CJOI.
A good game overall for the Royals. Pitching did their job today and hitting stepped up when they needed to, and a much needed win for the Royals. And
yeah, it really was a great game for their pitchers, especially starter Hector Jan. He putting up a quality start. Does not quite pick up the win in this one. Yuki Narita comes in, gets 2 fine innings, 1 2/3 actually, gives up 2 runs, and then Deans comes in and shuts down in the 9th. A great game for them, and Tristan Pompey coming back in the lineup with a good piece of hitting.
indeed, probably has been the player of the game today. But from us here in Guelph,
Yeah, thank you all for tuning in here in Guelph and on our beautiful Canada Day game. A big Canada Day win for the Guelph Royals. Everyone at home and everyone in David E. Hastings Stadium, we thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Everyone just line up here before everyone gets